All right, honey. So tell me, how can I help you today, my friend?
So I just wanted to see if you could connect to my husband.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Yes, I can definitely connect to your hubby. I'm sorry that we both belong to the same club.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
ask you,
hard.
was he in his mid 30s? I just heard 35. Was he in his 30s, your husband?
Yeah, he was 36.
That's a win. I tell you, that's a win. I tell you right now. Did he recently turn 36 before he passed?
Of October last year, yeah.
Okay. So has he only been gone for 3 or 4 months then?
He passed February 25th.
Okay, so it's been, oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So it's been about a year then. No, this year.
Yeah, this year.
Wow. Okay, yeah, because what I heard was 4. So that is my thing from like the last 3 or 4 months that he passed away. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. How are you doing? I feel like nobody's asking how are you doing. How are you doing, honey?
It's hard. I have been grieving a lot, and I know people tell me not to do this, but I've been blaming myself a lot.
Why are you blaming yourself, sweetheart? Don't blame yourself. Listen, your husband does not want you to blame yourself, darling. No way. Absolutely no way. Don't blame yourself. It is not your fault. It was just your husband's time, sweetheart.
I know.
Um, Let me ask you, was there some kind of unaliving that happened to your husband? That's why he passed away? Like I heard unalived, which for me, that's like he's taking responsibility, or was an accidental unaliving, or somebody else did it on purpose.
That's the thing that I'm curious about because
Hmm.
so this happened in Mexico, and I don't know if it had to do with all the medication he was taking.
Were you in Mexico with him?
No,
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. But then why do you blame yourself? Let me just ask you that.
because I just feel like I should have just told him to stay here.
Oh, honey, your husband. I'm going to tell you something about your husband in case you don't know this. Your husband was a very strong willed man. Do you understand this? You couldn't have told him to stay there if you wanted to. You get that?
Yeah, he
Your,
was very
your
stubborn.
husband was very stubborn and very strong willed, darling. So please don't think that it was your fault for what happened to him, honey. Come on. You know better than that. You know better
Yeah.
than that. Yes, you do, don't you? It was an accident. I don't think he meant to do it. Let me ask you, did somebody from Mexico call you? Is that how you found out?
Yes.
Did the police call
So
you?
they told me he was at the hospital.
He was, oh, okay. Okay. Wow. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Listen. He says, "Sweetie, I'm sorry that I did not get to." Did you guys call each other babe or honey? Or I feel like you guys had like a certain name for each other.
Yeah, babe.
Because he's like, call her babe. Just call her babe. She's babe. Let me turn. I gotta turn my brightness down. Hold on. Give me 1 second so it'll last a little bit longer. Okay. Very good. Because I can still see, but with the brightness down, it helps the battery. Gosh, yeah. No, sweetie. He says, I'm so sorry that we didn't get to say goodbye to each other. He says, I would have done anything to say goodbye to you. Did you just talk to him like the day after he
Yeah, so I talked to him probably a couple hours before.
passed away? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm turning on do not disturb while I'm doing this. I'll see stuff if it comes through, but I turned it because I don't want any. I'm just so you'll see a do not disturb pop up on here when on the recording. Um, what did you say? A few hours before he passed? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Honey, I think he just took too much of some medication or something. I just feel like he took too much of something. This was an accident. I don't think he meant. Let me ask you, do you know if he could have been drinking? It might have mixed with something that he was drinking, possibly. Something to help, like he wants to
Um,
drink to relax or something like that. Does it make sense? Would he like drink to relax? Does that, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
so he didn't drink. He was sober for 8 years, but he was on Xanax basically.
But he used to be a drinker then. That's the drinking I'm hearing about then, because he used to be a drinker, correct?
Yeah.
Very good. No, I'm gonna turn my brightness up because I'm screen recording this. I forgot. I'm turned up all the way. I forgot. Damn it! I'm screen recording and the brightness is gonna go up and down. They're gonna think I'm weird. Because it does affect the recording when I have the brightness down. So I turned it back up until after the reading's over. Um, Babe, he says, babe, I'm so sorry. He says, I would do anything. He says, I would do anything to be here with you. He says, I would do anything to be here with you. He says, I'm so sorry. Can I ask you, was your husband cremated or is he getting cremated?
He's going to be cremated.
Is he still in Mexico?
No, he's in California.
He's in California, but you're not. Where do you live at?
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. Is he at some kind of hospital there or the morgue or something? I feel like he's in some place.
Funeral home.
Okay. Funeral home. Got it. Did they fly his body back to California?
Yes.
Because he's talking about they flew my body back to California. That's what he's saying. They flew me back to California.
Yeah.
Is he near San Francisco somewhere? Do you know?
No.
Okay. I just heard about San Fran. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll just let that alone. Yeah, you guys, while I'm doing this, please, 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 please like the page and please, please, please gift me some roses. I need some algorithm on here, please. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you guys. I know it's hard, but I do thank you for the liking, you guys. I do mean it. So from now on, I'm watching my MOUTH because I have a big one. Sorry, Amanda. I'm so aggravated right now.
It's okay.
Oh, man. Okay, let me see what else I'm hearing for you, sweetheart. I'm looking for my remote to turn the TV up, but I lost it. Oh, there it is. Let's see what else I'm hearing for you, honey. Now let me ask you something. I'm hearing 7. Were you guys together for like 6 or married for like 6 or 7 years? I don't know what the 7 means, but I was trying to ask how long you guys were together, and what he told me was 7. I don't know if it means 7 means something to you or not.
We were together for 4 years.
4 years. Okay, I don't know what the 7 means. It could mean July. It could mean the 7th of the month. It could mean a time. I'm not sure what 7 means. So were you married for 3 of those 4 years?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes, we do have a kid together.
Is that a son? Is that a son?
No, his son is with his past wife.
Oh, she passed. His wife passed. Oh my gosh.
No, his ex-wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. His ex-wife. Okay, I was like, wait, she's also passed. Wow. Okay. Are you in your early 30s?
Yeah.
I just heard 32.
I'm gonna be 31.
Close enough. I'll take that as a win. Now, how do you relate to September, darling? I'm hearing about September. How do you relate to September?
That's his son's birthday.
Aw, okay. Are you still going to try to be in his son's life?
Yes.
And he says, thank you for that. He knew that you would. He says, I knew she wouldn't let me down. And he says, thank you for that because, you're the last connection that he has to his dad.
Yeah.
So, and you have a daughter then, correct? Is she 3? Your daughter 3 years old?
Yes, she's 3.
Were you guys trying to work on having another baby when he passed away? Or are you pregnant now?
No, we talked about it.
Okay, because he knows that he's telling me that he knows he talked about you guys having another baby. So that's what he was bringing up, sweetheart.
Yeah.
For all my new people, by the way, this is my backup page. My main page has 35,000 followers. My main page is just like this name without the 9 at the end. I just wanted to tell you guys. So it's psychic_medium_Mickey without the 9. I will be here for a week. For a freaking week on my backup page. Isn't that lovely? Damn it. I'm so sad. I'm sorry, Amanda. It's just overwhelming for me when stuff like this happens to me. When I'm out here trying to actually help people. And IDIOTS decide they want to say because of something that I said was something they did not like. And they turned me in for something. So, I don't know. It just aggravates me a little bit,
No, I understand. You're not the first person it happened to.
Have you ever watched any psychic mediums that happened to you out of curiosity?
Yeah, I did.
What would they have said that would cause them to be taken off, do you think?
So basically, they just told her that she needs to be closer to Jesus Christ and, like, all that stuff. It was just crazy.
Where do they think we get our powers from?
Exactly.
I get my powers from the man upstairs. I get my powers from Source. I call it Source. I'm an angelic starseed. I have wings. I get my power from up there. I don't get it from downstairs.
Yeah.
What I do is good and kind and genuine. It's not evil and misguided. You know what? I just don't know why people are so scared of what we do. I think because we're so powerful, it really scares people, to be honest. I just think that's what it is. I think it just scares people by what we can do, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I know it doesn't. Can I do a quick poll? Can you guys do this really quick? How many people does it bother you guys? Does it scare you guys of the stuff that we can do out of curiosity when I'm doing her reading? How many of you guys, if you guys are not a true believer, how many people does this bother you by what I do? I just want a show of hands out of curiosity. I'm just curious, Amanda. Sorry, I don't mean to hijack your reading, but I'm just curious how many people are actually bothered by what I do as a psychic medium. And be honest. I won't say anything to you guys. Just be honest, because I want to change people's minds. I really do. I want to change people's minds about what I can do, Because I would have no way of knowing anything about Amanda's husband. I've never talked to Amanda before. So I was just curious with that, you guys. Your husband just told me, thank you so much for connecting me to my wife. He says, I loved her so much and I still love her to this day. He says, thank you so much. He says it means the world to him. Is this the first time you talked to him?
No, I've talked to him before.
Okay. Damn it. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Okay, you guys. I was just getting an idea of people that don't know me. Are you scared of what I do? People that have never seen me before. Do I scare you what I do? Just out of curiosity. You guys be honest. It's okay. You get a reading from a group. Okay, very good. Let's see what else he's telling me, Amanda. So it's been less than a month. Yes, about a month ago that he passed away. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you sure you're holding up okay, sweetheart?
I'm trying to. It's just very hard when I wake up in the morning.
Thank you, Leanne. She says, bothered, ? I think you're amazing. I've never had a reading ever, but I've been here watching and love you. Thank you, Leanne. That is so sweet. This is why I'm here doing this shit for you guys every single day. And this is why I will never be stopped. I hope I never stopped. I'm praying I never get stopped. Yeah, I know the mornings are hard. Do you have a lot of anxiety since you lost
Yes,
your
I
husband?
do.
I feel like your anxiety has been really hard on you since you lost your husband.
Yes.
Thanks, Leanna. So amazing. You're so great. Thank you, Leanna. I appreciate you, darling. He's telling me about your anxiety. What about panic attacks? Are you kind of having panic attacks too as well?
Last night I did.
Wow, that's amazing. I know that that's hard, He's talking about flickering the lights. Do you notice that your lights flicker in your house, sweetheart?
I haven't noticed that.
That might be something. Maybe pay attention to it. And I guarantee, I promise, if you ask your husband to flicker the lights for you, he will find a light to flicker. I promise.
Okay.
He just, listen, don't be scared about that. He just wants you to know that he's here. Let me ask you, have you been finding any coins randomly laying around the house, places that they shouldn't be?
I haven't.
Okay, that might be another sign that he's going to do for you as well. Hold on. Do you relate to butterflies in any way? I'm here. He's talking about butterflies.
Yeah, I love butterflies.
That might be a way that he might come to you as well, sweetheart. And just to let you know, when you see butterflies, every time you might think you see one, that's just his way of letting you know that he's through those butterflies and that he misses you and he loves you tremendously. He wishes more than anything that he would have had many more years with you, sweetheart. He wishes more than anything that you would have had many more years. For anybody just coming on, you guys, this is my backup page. I will be here for the next week because they took me off my main page for a week, my 35,000 followers main page. So I just wanted to tell you guys, this is why I only have 800, because this is just my backup page, mind you. This is not my main page. I've been doing this for 14 months now, just to let you guys know. He says, way to promote yourself. Oh my gosh, your husband is a hype man. Because I have a big mouth. Yes, New Life, add me here. Yes! Because I have a big mouth and I said something I shouldn't have had said. That's why, Crystal. I swear to God. I swear, because I have a big mouth. I do. I have a big mouth. Amanda, everybody, it's so true. I have to admit it. My mouth gets me into trouble many, many times. So I have to really start paying more attention to what I'm saying. Your husband says, I don't blame you for speaking the truth, because I feel like, yeah, this is my backup, Amanda. I mean, Leanne. Oh my God. Yes. You know what it was exactly? Yes, I know what I said exactly. It was about the President of the United States and his attempt of somebody doing something to him. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing else. I don't want to say anything else. That it was FAKE. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let me see. I'm scared. I don't want to get this in trouble, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore, you guys. That's all I'm going to say. No more. Sorry, Amanda. I'm hijacking your reading. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Your husband said, you're funny. I said, well, thank you. I think you're pretty amazing yourself. And I told him I know how much your wife misses you. And I know how much. And let me ask you, do you sometimes think you hear him call your name?
So it was yesterday. I could have sworn I heard a voice, but I couldn't make it out.
That was your husband trying to talk to you, darling. And that's what he's telling me. He said he was trying to call your name. That's what he's saying. That's what he was saying. He was trying to call you, darling. So, you guys, if you guys want a reading, it's $35. Just so you know, you guys, I have another 45 minutes. Well, I can get off here about 3:10. It only takes me 5 minutes to take him to the groomer. So I have to get off by 3:30 and then take him to the groomers. That's all I have to do. So, let me see what else I'm hearing for you, sweetheart. He feels really bad that you guys really, I mean, you technically, was one of the last things that you told each other is how much you guys loved each other? Like the last conversation that you guys had and how much you told him how much you missed him and stuff like that?
Yes.
And did he go there for just vacation? He went there by himself to Mexico?
Yeah, so he was going to go for a dentist appointment, and then he asked me if I wanted him to come back, and I told him no, because he's in a lot of pain, so to take care of it.
Why did he go to Mexico for a dentist appointment, sweetheart?
Because it's cheaper.
He didn't have insurance, did he?
Not the kind that helps with dental.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I think it was a combination of something that he took. I honestly feel like what he took caused his heart to stop. I feel like he had a heart attack. I feel like his heart stopped. Just so you know, okay?
Okay.
He says, sweetheart, I want to tell you something. I feel like he just went to sleep and he never woke up. Did they tell you anything about this?
No, they told me that he said he wasn't feeling well at the dentist, so they called an ambulance and he had a heart attack in the ambulance.
Okay. That's what I heard then. Okay, he definitely had a heart attack. That's what I heard, a heart attack then. Okay, very good, because that's what he was telling me, sweetie. Do you have Mark or any kind of M names, Mark or Michael or any kind of M names around you? Or did he start with an M, your husband?
Yes, his name, Moses.
Moses. Wait, was he Latin? Was he a Latin person? What was he, a Cuban?
Paraguayan.
Because he knew Spanish, correct?
Yes.
Was that his first language? His Spanish, was that his first language?
I'm not too sure.
That's okay, but he knew Spanish. He's talking to me now. He's like talking really fast in Spanish. So I'm like, I can't understand what you're saying. Please talk to me in English because I don't know what you're saying. Listen, your husband, he's okay, sweetheart. And that's the main thing. He just wants you to know that he really is okay. He loves you very much, darling. He loves you very much more than anything in this world. And he's like, I'm just really sorry that I just didn't get to come home to you because I wanted to. Your daughter, it's a shame that she's not going to remember your husband, and I'm so sorry about that. But I hope you do keep him alive in your heart and in her heart, sweetheart.
Yeah, I will.
Like show her pictures. Do you have any videos of your husband that she can hear his voice?
A bunch.
Oh, I'm so happy. That's what he just said. Show her the video so she knows who my voice is. Wait, did he ever do a video for your daughter? Like specifically talking to her about things? Did he ever do a video about that to her?
Yeah, he has.
Because about talking to her about things, telling her how much he loves you, and I mean loves you too, mind you, but she looks like him a lot, does she not? Your daughter?
Yes, she does.
She's a spitting image of me. She says she's a spitting image of me. He says.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! That's the piece of him that's left. He says she's got half of my heart.
Yeah.
He said, sorry. He says, anytime you miss me, he says, just hug our daughter because I'll be right in there. He says, anytime you miss me, anytime you miss me, just hug our daughter because she has half my heart. She's half mine. And he says she's always going to be half mine. He says she's always going to be half mine, but he says anytime you miss me, hug our daughter, he says, because I'll be hugging her too.
Oh, I will.
Sorry.
I'm trying not to cry just because I know he doesn't like to see me cry.
My husband hates me crying too, babe, because I'm telling you, every time I cry, he says, honey, please stop crying. But every time he does, I excuse me one second. Sorry. Yeah, choking on my... No, Leanne, I cry a lot, believe me. You just haven't seen my readings where I cry. I've cried quite often. I haven't cried for a while, but let me tell you, I've cried plenty, believe me. He says, I'm sorry I made you cry. I said, no, you didn't make me cry. It's just from what you told me is what made me cry. Yeah, no, for sure. But what he said was just an amazing and a beautiful thing. And he's like, and he means it from the bottom of his heart. He says, that girl that we made, our daughter, she's fucking amazing, he says, and I miss her and I love her so much, and she's gonna grow up and she's gonna do... Does she have dark hair?
Yeah.
Your husband have dark hair too, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
He said she's gonna grow up and do amazing things, and she's gonna have a very bright future. I feel like she's a very smart girl too. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like she sees her dad. Has she ever mentioned that to you?
So she does laugh at night, so I'm assuming that's him.
It is. He's comforting her and telling her that everything's okay, and he's telling her to be strong and to be an amazing young girl. And now, does she ask for him and ask when he's coming home? Does she not understand that he's passed away yet?
No, she doesn't understand.
She thinks he's still there, darling, so don't tell her anything. She thinks that because she sees him, she thinks that he's still alive. And that's what I feel, that he's trying to comfort her and let her know that everything's going to be okay. But at the same time, I know that it's a bittersweet thing. At least you still have a piece of your husband and your daughter. My husband is in my children. I see my husband in my children all the time, but my husband says, don't cry, it'll be okay. I know that's my husband telling me that.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry for what you're going through, because I've been through it the last 16, 17 months, coming on 17 months, so I know exactly how you feel. I know it's been longer for you than it has been for me. No, it's been longer for me. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of 4, but I'm sorry, it's been longer for me than it has for you. I'm so sorry, because it's been 16 months for me, and I know exactly how you feel, sweetheart, and I'm so sorry, but Your husband did not suffer. I don't know if you realize he did not suffer. He says I didn't suffer. He had the heart attack and he just died pretty quickly. And that's what he wants you to understand, honey. I don't think he suffered at all, sweetheart.
I'm glad to hear that.
He passed. He was on the stretcher and he passed away. They tried to save him. They tried to save him. They just couldn't save him. It was just his time. It was his time to go, darling. His soul contract was over. Did he ever mention to you about thinking he wasn't going to live to be an old person or live very long? Did he ever talk to you about this?
Yeah, he told me he wasn't going to live past 40.
Because deep inside, because he just knew. He just knew. And you chalked it up, oh, stop talking about that. But his soul knew and his deep inside just knew and he just knew. And so that's why his soul knew. And so that's how he knew, sweetheart, that he wouldn't live to be an old person. He wouldn't live to be very long.
Is that why he was so sad at his daughter's birthday party?
Yeah, because he knew he wouldn't see any more deep inside. He just knew that was the last one, sweetheart. He just knew. Do you have a June reference to anything? I'm hearing about June.
June?
Like birthdays, anniversaries, passings, or anything like that?
I know July is his dad's birthday.
Okay. Excuse me. Carrie, we can do a reading, sweetheart. We can do a reading. I'd have to do a reading to know what your father's saying, darling. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest.
Also, is his uncle just passed away, I think like 3 days ago. Is he with him?
Yes, they are together. He greeted his uncle. He said, I greeted my uncle. Is his name Pete, or does he start with a P by chance? He's around you, or Peter, or Pete?
I'm not too sure.
That's okay. You don't know what his name is?
No.
That's okay. I'm gonna I think it's Pete or Peter or P name. But that's okay. He says yes. Did he have a heart attack as well, this uncle? Do you know?
I don't know any information.
Okay. But he is with his uncle. He says he is. Can somebody tell her how to pay, please, for Carrie? Thank you. He says that I am with my uncle. I greeted my uncle on the other side, and we are together.
That's good to hear.
He said I did not want him being alone.
Yeah.
You guys, don't forget, this is my backup page to my main page, psychic_medium_Mickey, you guys. That is my main page. This is my backup page. I have 35.5K, but I'm off for a week because somebody didn't like what I said. Yay me. But this page is doing amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so thankful I can still do readings on here, you guys. I have a backup page. I'm so glad I pushed it out a while ago. And here I am doing lives on my backup page. Yay. I'm so excited. Yeah, you found me. Yes, you found me. Yes, you guys found me. Thank you for finding me. I appreciate you, my friends. My main page is like this without the 9 at the end. Psychic_medium_Mickey, you guys. Without the 9 at the end. Everything else is the same, so... He says, way to go. He's really pumping me up with this self-promoting thing. I feel like your husband was a good person to pump people up. I feel like your husband was like a what's the word? Just a cheerleader for people. I feel like he just did that for a lot of people, to be honest with you, sweetheart.
Yeah, he did.
He wanted people to succeed in life. Your husband was a good person. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Your husband was a good person. He did amazing things, and he's going to continue to do amazing things on the other side, sweetheart. And his soul was the reason he knew he wouldn't live to see 40 is because his soul knew. So his soul was giving him feelings about not me. I feel like I'm going to be almost 100 years old before I pass away. I felt my whole life I was going to live a very long time. I don't feel like I'm going to die anytime soon. And that's amazing as well. But, his soul contract was up, darling. It was just time for him to be reclaimed back to the other side.
Yeah, the last time my mom saw him, he bought her a globe and said that, like an Arizona little ball globe.
Interesting.
And he said that this is for you to remember me for just in case if I do pass away.
Yeah, see, he gave all these hints because his soul just knew that he was going to die young, sweetheart. That's just how it is. He just knew deep inside that he would not be here. But at the same time, he lived life to the fullest because he wanted to be here as long as he could. He hates that he can't be here for your daughter. It's bothering him. He loved that kid. You understand that? He said, I loved our daughter so much, sweetheart. He says, I
Yeah.
loved our daughter so very much. He said, it's okay to cry. He says, of course, I don't like you to cry, but he said, it's okay if you have to cry. I think it'll make you feel better if you have to feel like you have to cry. My husband hated me crying as too, darling. He's like, honey, please don't cry. I don't know how to help you. Stop crying. Stop crying. This is how my husband always was. He's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to help you. Stop freaking crying, he said. Men are like that in general with us, darling. Believe me. You know that.
Yeah.
But your husband loved you very much, and he says, remember our love, and remember my daughter came from me as well. I will live through our daughter. I will live through our kid. And that's something he wants you to know, darling. He will live through your daughter forever.
Yeah.
That's what he wants you to understand. You cannot take that away. You cannot take that away. She is the proof that he was alive here at one time in this world.
Yeah, she is.
And you can't take that away from him ever. He says you can't take that away. She's my kid through and through. She looks like me. She acts like me. She's got an attitude like me. She's stubborn like me. She's ornery like me. She takes after her dad. Full throttle, he says. Full throttle.
Yeah, she does.
Listen, I know your husband's in a really good place, and he just wants to make sure that you understand that he's okay. He says, I did not suffer. He says, they tried to save me, but it was just my time. But he says, I kept saying I wouldn't live to be 40, and I never did. Because he just knew in his heart and in his soul he would pass away a young man. And he did. He was 36. Yeah, 35, 36.
Yeah, I just thought he was playing.
No. When somebody says they don't think they're going to live to be an old person, they're going to die young, they mean it, and they know it, and they mean it. When somebody says that, they're not playing around. They just feel it, and they just know it. My husband told me he would not live to see 48. He passed at 59, so he put 11 years on himself. My husband was 59 when he passed away. He was young, but
yeah,
it's just that it's this journey that I've been on since my husband died. I don't understand it myself. I don't know how the hell I'm a psychic medium. All I know is that I am one, and I happened after I lost my husband within 2 months, you guys. For people that don't know this, my husband passed away in November of 23. He died with something laced with F. He was a lifelong ADD-ICT, and off and on. Not always, but off and on. And that's how my husband passed away, and it caused a heart attack, and he passed. And within 2 months after losing him, I was an energy healer first, and then I was a psychic medium second. And this is what I do. I'm an energy healer. And after this reading, you guys, I'm doing energy healing for you guys on my backup page, okay? Listen, Amanda, your husband loves you to pieces, and he really is okay, sweetheart. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, I do. Is he okay with the cremation and everything?
Yeah, he's fine. Saved money. He said it saved a lot of money. He says, I didn't want a funeral anyways. He said, I didn't want to be buried anyways, he said.
Okay.
So he said, he said it was amazing. He says, thank you. At least he says, you have part of me with you now, always. He said, I'm always going to be with you. But he's in your house, darling. Now, let me tell you something. He told me he's going to start flickering lights in your house, so do not be surprised the next day or two after this reading that you will see lights flickering in your house. I'm just warning you.
Okay.
And the coins as well. I feel like he will have the coins for you as well. He will give these coins to you random places on your bed, on the floor, in the car, places where coins normally shouldn't be, on your pillow. I would not be surprised one day you find a coin on your pillow. Listen, that's definitely a sign from him, my friend.
Okay.
Well, listen, Amanda, I hope you really got something. I'm going to stop the recording now, okay, darling? That was 35 minutes. See, you guys, my readings last 30 to 40 minutes, and that's what my readings generally last. I don't time them. That's just how they turn out, 30-some minutes is a long reading for $35, I choose to believe. What do you think, Amanda?
Yeah.
The time goes so fast, too, does it not?
Oh, it does.
It goes so fast. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording, darling.